Then we have the 6 national education goals under the America 2000 strategy, who gave this huge grant to fund the Education Data System Implementation Project. And this was to produce state comparable and nationally uniform data on public and private schools. Public and private schools. Let's think a minute. Gee, how were the feds going to get all the private schools in their data bank? Choice. Vouchers. Think about it. When you take money from the federal government, you will open your doors for audits. Once you accept choice, then the federal government has walked into every private school, every Christian school, who controls the graduation requirement? The state. I usually do I do this little shoebox. I didn't bring my shoebox today. And what I call it is my OBE box. I have educational restructuring across the top, and I have a little hole in the side of it. I tell everyone, here's the graduation requirement, here's my OBE box. Okay? And then I hold up an apple. This is choice. Doesn't it look good? And I open up the box and I put choice in. Okay, here's your OBE box. The state controls the graduation requirement. And you think your little apple is going to be safe in there and you want to take a bite out of it. So how are you going to get it? You have to put your hand in the hole of the box. And when you grab the apple, when you try to take it out, what do you have on the end? You have the box. You have to let go of the apple to get your hand back out. That's choice. You must take the graduation requirement, the teacher certification, and the accreditation into account. If the state controls teacher accreditation, if the state controls your school accreditation, your teacher certification, and the graduation requirement, you lose, period. All right, let's move on very quickly. The whole idea was to set up an electronic data transfer system that would administer the Interstate Student Records Transfer System called the Speedy Express, the exchange of permanent records electronically for students and schools. And that we're going to form new data banks on the staff and the students to be able to monitor them in the system, and that we were going to have a technical assistance plan for each state in addressing the problem, to be required to report the data. So once this system was in place, they had gone to every state to do a technical assistance plan. It's like an IEP for every state, not to meet their potential, but to meet the national education goals. And this is what the guide to the Speedy Express looks like. The exchange of the permanent record electronically for students in schools.